Solio ke lu der ma leng loi loboni. Nonge dukan ki supermarket dujumay loboman. Ni chatone aye chapa General Enterprises. Ginonge dukan number de ki Rafik Building. Ichikuwe Kampala.
Kapiara da kadeo karinge chawari yome konti kopini matin na tingu karman me jollo in chunya yom ni amama beno da ti odonye studio ema aquero nya chuli mo come fort ma ki wir ki mo ya enta da kareo
ring ara bo kareo ba ring
ko nen tv ne ko judging one ko bere ko anong ne ta na tv wi
gupa ring yela mo yela do amba boy anda choba ba
tichi abish
tambit ki bolo ko
we cannot dan o no
tambit ki bolo ko ya
nyo gena
ngi chabit mir kan de relaxing ne anwar ko jeans
anong ne mer ko kan gena ko
okay
ka we bora ko manok na le ko bora manok de ma pek pa
pera miete icho nini iti ready for weekend
wa cha ko do ngano atien to Uganda crane bi ma ko Guinea Bissau chawa pario me otieno
congratulations on the sports show
ya wa foyo wa yele ko mano
gaga kache penge yo ringi tiki ruko tok madwong ba wa kan tena chak fan wo tok ikit me juwi bie beti ye unena kaka ene nora ba dir ma
ikero jo ma chama chana gidan ko ni ka ko ye nyao
wa kai wa ku ye ni ko wa ka ador ringi boto rugi nena eni la juwi bie ma pera tek nena juwi ko ti bokolok me politics kitano lok ma no iye yom dir ma ya ko nena politics po bet ki woro o ringi bo ber la fogn to worbe wa choka tiki skill me fonyo lo tiana eni and he's a speaker ringi bene la sports tourna e pange etro bene ikit me bokolo kanga me sports bene so he's a man of very many talents
all round do ko foj bot jo manena wa jamu kana ge meni wa bene keto mer wati kere bien gi wayne pere techne you have to be a learner. Yeah. You need to learn, you need to unlearn. Yang kiat mano jamne gitu. We are not island. Yeah, we are all in the race.
Yes.
Me ko ene. So gina pera tek law weng ene. Penen pata maraj ya dana maraj beba. Ka pe wi yamo.
Raj mana tu ologia kai.
Eto ting pata ma bene. Do what I tell you but don't do what I do.
Pamar lok eno ni ba? Bad.
So
you must walk the talk.
Do what I tell you and also do what I do.
Yeah.
Oh, piano.
You're there preaching, but you're doing the opposite. You're not being exemplary. A day clock and a very whiny statement phrase, money fake it until you make it. If you fake it, you can't make it. So
do what I tell you and do what I do.
Yeah.
And here ke bolo tena weng. Magitika na ko dia ko ni ke maro ngoma timo ki ngoma lo ma waju timo weng ket mano inano kere ma dokere winyo kere yeah so for one mete ke
ma mete ne be kana cha me lok lobo ko
yo
ka kwana
ni no mero onen non berga lok gamende tika mero chente biliona bichel
mero ko
ga tunko mara be Uganda ko ga karo mero fo muni meta mo pe wa bere lok ko ga
uringi ngi ko ga kar de kal gangwa ki ko for good ke
for good e chera kere la cho
exactly
la cho e ma ko kere kare go e daga ko
yes
ko oya lero chela
karma monyo tio matekot wal gangwa pacho ki ki tung pacho ki bir for good chok kenyu so pikar ma life be for good man non ko be ma gulu de daga city non wa ki for good wa dak ko gai woro mi ta manak ne ti gangwa kenyu so kumben ma city non ti ni ko ga ti kmen city ti ko yoti ping we are in the middle
yeah ko ga an we po be to we especially ma tu kar la cho kenyu pian gango moda gango ke na second om ke yenya ko nebi ke yenya ko kampal na kan gulu area me kar kenyo la dirto yo jox
you actually by simulation Miriyo.
So bero tu ero aki tu gango jox izagi ai kar kenyo bero ko wore ko ga ka chamo yeme mo bero tie kenyo entabe ko ga mo pala dok tu ya lolum. So Berka War we Kenya to we and it was my first time in Koga, Idona. That was around 2002, 2003. I think 2002 because it was 2003 madam.
Eh kwonke neno
Koga. Pian pa jimo kuja Koga pere. So ma biro gulu tapsi gavana Koga.
Pa jim gitin nini ba? Anyway, ring kuwe kamera ti wachi ni kitika chimo wang dulpa you are Uganda Railway Corporation ne a chenta makimi me wilo ga boro ki wila ngwana kan. Kwa ngwana rio ke kana e bana tikatich. Rio mo kana ne awinyi ni ki wilo ko ga miro facing mano chiaro ki bana madak. Man ki wilo ene mati facing ma chiar ke kan madak paka. Man yutit peramo o tunku male me Uganda wastage of money. Itika mir 6 billion no mer rocho ko ga accommodating both to and fro.
And le penyo tini Koga mena mira ge roj. Pian mi tunku mala mano miro aki toro chet tunku mala me Uganda. Ge wajo wani nongi o area mi kumi. Nong awena magi ka oi pa kwach. Pian mirtie menano ni Koga eni gi chwalo wai South Sudan, man gi chwalo wai Eastern Democratic Republic mi Congo. PNK Chero Igulu Ikoga ila yibi. There is what we call the logistic hub. Under Development Initiative for Northern Uganda and European Union, again go kar channel $2 billion may yupo that logistic hub. Ani matila yibi ani. Mani ka kilo Gemini kilo mawa ho kilo kigare gi parking kwena ila yibi. Koga i logistic up then lu fu ma chuli ka chel ki me West Nile man ki jami mano ma chara ma tika cherlo ma wa di bieno gi store ngin kwena and igulu ila yibi kenyo ka gari mo se yeo ter nyo tu i ports ma pat mano kama gi mer gi ting ka gi chwale lu ma wa me chat so la pejon tini awene ma that logistic hub ka tiago ti pien food pigi yab doga tie food pigi launching pieni Koga food pigi yobutum food pigi oigulu so government has to speed up and I believe that this 6 billion part of it obe katiu kere me yopo en Koga and me tiako Koga and wipe kwach chal kit mamuni yang chon obe kere then ario
ringi we po SSTI kifanya wa
Uganda Railway Corporation.
Uganda the Indian coolies. Mago yubo Koga. Uringi kigo kon yubo Koga wa kuke Mombasa.
No, Emma. Be annually Uganda, annually lobu del chol gena go yubo Koga ani.
Ki what one Indian coolies?
No, again may give the word Chinese ya. Chinese etopetika yubo
supervising.
So ti donkey work gi goyo di ngew ko do ma bud ma gi berka ma ko chona ya gi berka jomo berka yupo en Koga gi kero ti the whole
we
day
po SST ma gi ponyo ane what were the challenges of the railway construction there were lions at Savo man eaters men taking no 2 points man eaters and Savo National Park
Tui
Kenya
kwe Savo
2 points
kon pepe o ba futa o mo ka piera dek wi a choy jame mo ma nyinka ber mo ma I don't have the imagination about kwana Uganda kwan mo nyeno widano ringi no doko tuon jal diglo teno
ma to pengi wa ka national park tie but at least nena ni Koga ini tie mo no ni Tennessee Valley Authority mati British Columbia ni
Lambering in British Columbia rice growing Rwanda no choy give me Tennessee Valley Authority cotton growing
cotton growing kwa cotton growing wheat growing in the Canadian prairies
now no mangere allowing to draw the map of Canadian prairies and map ka bir ma food pay na bana you don't have
team be na we pengi ka ti
ala fo wa na ameng ka kar ameng ka kar pien pa o dok an angio direction ko chalo chak tu ba Arsenal Kichwa Arsenal ento picking your direction kama Arsenal di.
I won Manchester United kung ngay direction pa.
When Rome, wo me kan fans.
Paging ngay inuti.
Rome jalo chwak pa NRM paging yo kama secretary pa NRM ti.
Ringi leviraj. Anyway, kono wa meta nyimwa ao ka Chadari district me Luwero kama kiti wa kumberi ke mako wala tida chele art ya picham puchana ye ali miario ki Pierre Beach ilok me cham chana kwa la teach any art ya me cho gene department me cholo open you one the 10 ni pebe cholo da ko ne ka pio cholo chana lok anyone wo la wo ringi lok me cham chana art ya makumbedi ti madwong art pagamente miro in pechul chepe mo ikan minongo treatment wa jali kid mo scenario mala woni ki come manyuri it's any dong is a vice ma is happening everywhere ni pabi konya dagoni kapche pe mi 250 da choni pe ki chana chera police tu choma pe go uniform so ma ko jalo beri yon
Evidence better yeah.
Kinoma entika majority mi channel live ringi penya channel ana bitiara luo police ampe ko ba ati ana mi channel command police cap keri inara
Emma atika nano ni we are heading to the worst. Kani one jomo tika mero services wachaka kwa kumano ba Emma. Achiel, yes, we are going to fight corruption. But are you the quality of services on us the wananchi pianachi ario lutiju beru ki luor metimotish ki mir mamegi so inonge ni gitika tiu tij manonge dio gi kona and tij ma kwa holo kom yoro kom peyot ema the person umero betki ki chuin me koin ma dana cha chuin palo ba meti ikom la tuoni lutij me yot kom awaja da anwoyo mir pegi digia dia man gi lop gi geno chala gi tika lopo jimu kene ka mir be negola tuoni
o ringi ngi
kara wani the heart this twin mon mir wonen how to coexist with such people timu kene gere you can allow such nonsense you cannot allow such nonsense but me your we should be able to understand the environment you're operating with the issue of arrest maitika making so kaya tiak bena ki te mako ngat me mochare kumbe la penya ti ngama tika ti mochare me atia
ko da mer wachuringi ne kumbeti the repercussion adwoki pa luenye kom chamchana could even be far worse than chamchana itself because chamchana your corruption don't it deeply rooted in the society that we live in ma pera machima wang lugam chente mir chim wang bot la mi chente la gamone
kanu gi mako no gena rio
gi makta na rio weng inero pian in ben meti mi ne in ben iti gi lemon one accomplice so in kenen kon ngat mo ne makibi mako ne jal eni mo chera tendat ki midwife anone of course pegu bu beri buj mo apa dir ma gi chera gi dugo so adwoki anone chwechun ene bu chobe kom ngar mo ne maka inana we ko ni wacha kan ke chola chena manok negligence oni pebina ka teach nyo chubo ngar mo ne ko timo so the repercussion advocate pa chamchana dit ma dit
then in ngat mo mi reporting ane ngene ko de don't at risk meaning now even when you go to that facility your what ngat mi kero ke mako any will also now view you as a wrong person.
Because let me tell you, Jumagiti Temachamchana and a Pejale Canaba, it's an entire chain.
A cartel.
Machaka waki gate per facility money.
And then La Pena get my pair attack by me or cut like you love me Uganda on 18. We take a loan a com chamchana limia riogi. Enter billion, Uganda shilling billion take a ruin. Namatic, Namma Gitica Maho de Pere. At the Giwanya Rechako top kiwi. Now, kay ini berga la te rej manu wit rejo top ko nyebe pe pien ka rejo top ki wi no ko me wa top. So it is a system problem kitung bot an. Ni we ought to audit the whole system. Pe wa ring ni ori ya ka mako mo shara tendan gi kono midwife pien teach my midwife timo ba Emma. I bedo ki chawa me bedi at nyual. Especially Arua Regional Referral Hospital. ngata aida dana ria ke no ngarte chelen kana no latien no tika kara and you have to run and you leave the other one fuji tika kilometer de kero kan so you work the whole night be beru ki space me jueo now kangat gam waja ni ba naramu ko ni en token nen concentration ken matie kere then cut in from your heart again why I will give sometimes even your energy they are being get tag again in ngat matini kere ma ngat no I work I cut take idea na wa me get me money a shell mono I take chwe me kom ngat I tika yen yo me na kid me to get rid with this person I facility money wa ne amera mi sana mono wa mi no karti kom la tuona yor that in the pub ka bili pian ngat bedo kere ki loction but we should also be able to understand the working condition la we wa yo kan ni how are we addressing issue of low pay issue of accommodation Lutic magiti ati oriat how many health facilities in Uganda can deal with a complete housing unit
the issue of capacity building continuous capacity building kawa gonya kileba choli telokane training in kiti office kan cha wang no kitika biano ka training in continuously in mir do you meaning a mindset change behavior change so doctors but they need that
and psychological support
support
then ngar tika ner dan tika toy wan yitika kelo jomu no accident dana pa we are wen
yes
chalo mo teme oy machani now what would be the state of the emotional attendant me oima
emotional support behavior change mindset change me fonyogi continuously ni kwatika lock I won't be mirror lock mindset
and it has to be both the service seekers kashel ki service providers
yes
gen weng should be at par with understanding
and they know ni
Allah
our healthcare providers are static ngara mo no certificate in 1989 your doctor in class for doc kit mo employers na bien ka cher ka locket gi ka fonyo gi kera mer go bet kera mer go treating kere lu tuo paka
and in onika if there are opportunities matie me share for capacity building ki training gi workshops gini in only either the in charge mio kidano maria deck Joma and Maro. And I've ever registered such. People reported to me, ne apego mo ti kere kan benam in charge ni. Ka yu mo ti me share ko workshop ki kono training gi mi en ki da ko chane ki chane. One where we don't make kind of teach almost year in year out. Poor no opportunity to share you may work better. So this also goes to the managers of these facilities. You have to create an environment that is conducive for all the staff. Balance the board. This person would dong ma po no opportunity to share a workshop and you know Luwero share no channel ma diet or supplement kere hingo ki musara ne. You need to make an remove from morning up to sunset and a docking with remo. Then when ping me nano shani inoni balo wiyo ka chene non ka chano donye ye bana lo tino ni ben gariami gangkwan ti gang school fees pay ti ko chami od ben no pega pien ri du ka nyalo mon oriat an ngat mo premier ka support yen premier nyo waji premier ni gam ka liba rio me mato chai ene so we need to create an environment that is so conducive for both the service seekers and also the service providers. Exactly. We work as a team. The community ma oriati ye oni oriati ke twala me konyo one and we have to work together with the joma ke twala gene o mergen gubino ti oriati kar ko wa area eoni obed mabe. We should not live in there Lutic pagamento they should do this thing. Ian Bene, what are you doing to this community to these people magitika konyu under notion ni any Lutic pagamento. Mere me ni giporo bene we gifu poro kar chamo beri poro car they don't have that opportunity no me penye chene gibor pien the person has something then community mo kan ema mera wa daga gere kid gir tek moy comme Lutic pagamento lu fonye no loka jok no giti kom giti gariamo gi pege mero gi ikabero money and the environment becomes stiff kingat eoni yor kombene komeno kabero mo kana magi posting nurses mo kana they cannot work with ease piano community tie kom gi oma rights pe omero go iwe bene iwe mano ti gangi kamar chai gi wine you negligence in kono ma itika wine nasty o temo negligence ne in kono chama la tuo cha rem na iberu kwana
loke chamchana ne medical facilities in oriyari mirki ni matut dok matut raj kaweng eto raj dong tutwale i oriyari Còn nông mà chỉ đặt quan nền lọc mà điết chawa me bỏ làm và me ra chắc cái lọc mà lâu wir đuôi và LRA Joseph Kony cũng bị repeat đã mà mege giti Uganda em me ran yang mà tot ngõ mà time e kom dana magul no align e cheng Joseph Kony và cái video in America quan nền ka đuôi.
Again, matikelo kila pen mapole ni monokot me biloba man ICC dwe mi abungwen eni ni chake nino dwe abungwen ni okaninda pawe achel obo meta nyim kimoko koro makikeri kom Joseph Kony karibet ni mono en ni kome food pere. Ilokelo cholo kang'aki Hotel Africana i Kampala i chang'wen endo abir me dwe mi aboro Peter Haynes matila tela pa jo magi malo pilda pa Kony owani mono gibichero picha biara chele komal malo Uganda kanywako tam kibena nongo tam kibod dano mak balo time kom gin ikom en moko koko mani kom Kony karibet ni mono en kom e food pe ya kemago me berute inyim kotman kungong.
And not to put too fine a point on it, we have gone about our job really in a legalistic way. The decision to proceed against Joseph Kony was made before I was appointed. And so, as you'll hear in a little more detail, our principal function has been to investigate the views of people in northern Uganda about this process and to challenge the instigation of this process at the court. Now,
Egareman ke biara tim waka piara biche lui angwen ne konti ge mi koro piara doke bungwen me bal me lwen kidong bene bale kom ko padano make wani otimo kindwe mi abire mwaka ali bare kario niyo kwere dwe mi apa wiario mwaka ali bare kabiche komalo melobo Uganda. Igare melweny man ne kony makawen mon en yo chago dula dwi elareni obedo ki lweny matek kom gamente melobo Uganda. Machala we ya duke ne dan makaru ali bapa guto kabene ke makalo tin makaru ali piar bichil kidi gen me donye dul mon tek tek kamoken ke tergilo mokene maoteno lobo Uganda. Haynes tekatele wilo pilda bono pat magabut neno kit me konyo pido ikom Joseph Kony ikene tiye Kate Gibson, Lillian Atim, kidong Christopher Gosnell. Haynes otel ni mono kadiba ni mono chek makiluni ICC statue pe ye ni mono mior ke chak pidi kom ngat makome pere winyo pidi wiye ni tikin matwere ikom koroni enim.
The decision to but to proceed against Joseph Kony to the point of confirming the charges against him in his absence is very much a novel procedure in international criminal law. It's pretty much never been done before. And certainly as we understand the position under Ugandan law, it probably couldn't happen. And so we have had to get our heads around what it means to be lawyers who have no client. And let's get the elephant out of the room straight away. We haven't met Joseph Kony. We have no contact with Joseph Kony. And so we don't know what his attitude would be to these charges. And that presents us with a particular difficulty in conducting his case. And we'll go in a short while into a little more detail as to how we have gone about representing somebody or representing the interests of somebody whose instructions we do not have.
Eno wado bolo cholo kangene monke kero gin mebedo lupido meka wankoni kom koroman mano donki mo wakani mon kibipiri kom kony karibet kome pere dok gin loki mo mati atido bedo pere yem. Eno wani mono mano wagen gedonyo e pido mo matwal kit mano fut pia la pilda maike no timo makuno gen pegaron bero nywa kolok ingat makoko ti kome en ni Joseph Kony ento miro kinen ni kit mechui kore. Labo ye onyo kwero kachike met kipido ikom en kony karibene mono kome penge dwemi abungwen Haynes wani mono meno lok madong futi nyim kot mewilobo omior gene kunen ni kit metie konem. Niyo watin fut kome pere pe yake mare ento atima la pilda achiel mate anyuola Uganda ikin joma tich ong'eni kom Joseph Kony owani mon kache Kimako en onyo mine ken ching lutela milubo Uganda kipipiri kome inyim kot makiluwe mon International Crimes Division me kot ma ilubo Uganda pe yan kot mano tikitwero me pido ikombal makimori komeni. Uyupo ni mono idremi achiel me mwaka ali abre kangwen gamente me lobo Uganda ocho warga bot ICC me penyo ni mono ken go kwed lokman pian gen gitamo nendong kero gi pere machalo lobo Uganda metia ko lokman kor ki kore. Mwaka achiel ing'eye i mwaka ali abre ka beach ICC yomiyo warga ma mak pikony ing'eno ng'en mono chadente moromo makitwero piru ye kum en. Mwaka alibari piro wa nge dwaro en kwe ICC man lupila makuno gumoko ni mono omiyor kimoko ko mati wiye ni kadibet ni mono en kome pere megengo ng'eye ikom koko pia daka bongweni duju. Kod la cheno ye kono kwaj man dok bene moko koko man ni kom Joseph Kony owote mene chaka nendu ya bongwen midiyo bongwen ni yokwere ninda pau ya chel en midiyo bongwen bene imwaka ni enim. Lanen wan Luo TV uyupo ni mono bekelo botin ni yup man kor kache chake duju i wan Luo television kan ania sande akomo pe yup miloga nge mo chwin.
Podi twag meneno chel ki duan matika kata eno pirida magiti ka ki court madit makilone International Criminal Court ICC gitika chung pe la dit Joseph Kony la wiadwi pa LRA uringi lok ma ke chwalo ICC uchwalo pange kap pepo mwaka mokar mwaka chani 2023 nikibi miyo chana madit kingar mo eken mabo miyo nyobu nyuro kama la dit Joseph Kony tiye maki summoning erno committee i court i ICC standard procedure yeni ngar mo eken miro bet ker la bal manini miro bo bet kila perida ma chui kome it is long overdue ni kari bena ke dor en joni futika bira ko beti no miro go chakwa ki yo dek puja ma peki kany. But also, anyway, the Kampala is the capital city, so it's a good start. Angeni giti kimire mechirwa pengang kuja.
Yeah, what take a look kong lariat Joseph Kony ma ngat ma food kagiyenyo mando pegino en kani biachara mo mano ngato timo mai no chana ne rombe tek chana mai kero ni miere ke no Joseph Kony miere egam voyo wadana mo tama go maro chana put pe guyenyo be kwe puguno luba chi wa chela chel ki uniqueness nyoke po ma pat an parombe ina ema parombe an da parombe Joseph Kony bene ngad mo rombe Joseph Kony me pare. So Joseph Kony, in his own uniqueness, and that's why he's making history. He will love any. Pay love you me Uganda again. Pay actually again, but he will love bomb because International Criminal Court make up te me chakol lopo lokade. But gina pera teklo weng mero machel. Wanyang ni government me love me Uganda. Orio import International Criminal Court mo kalibario kangwen. Yun nge neno ni Joseph Kony magamento ker lo kome ni ubero kalwen anak melu mo ko itong kumala me Uganda ucha ko lwenye imagali bario kario malwenyo gamutu mi magali bario kabi but Joseph Kony po cha ko tiche me aranye kir magi wayo kere ni imagali bario kario eno chako earlier around 1998 and mirne geno kero kati and that was after year back year ke president Luwero got 7 ike chwe mo donye chunye chalo dano bana chalo jo ma ena na ni kumbedi futika telo gamande and be mero ni mission no beru me luanya against government pa President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Couple with ngomu teme ikare magi beru kariemo ko bore kasiel kitito kelo twa. So politics is one of the factor mukero Joseph Kony uchako kere kilweny itungo malo Uganda chalo dula doi.
Uri ke duwa wa back in history America ngode mana. Ke duwa wa back in history Joseph Kony chako kere lweny. One year actually wangeni lweny ngwera po chaka ke Joseph Kony. La kwena Alice la kwena berutie chilil gu berutie and we po umegi wara mogo magbere lwenyi beri gana gangwa kwenye in the 70s 80s I don't know pe kon no chilil gi ngangage but gina wero kot madiet cherdong gina wen point kom konyi penga
now kot madiet tiga point kom kon kakare Pien gamet milo mi Uganda gira goreo ka dotto con the ICC gen go none they cannot now manage this they have failed me gena con but as I calculate what you get look me politics look con be date ma pe watch and nobody wants to talk about the politics because politics move with law calculate what you get now chama government no ni lwen pa con was now becoming gruesome and Bien coin pol when kene when government do when dul mo government so in other words you check me low government of Uganda is also supposed to be held accountable ka madore log me to pa dan tun ko mala Uganda so nyurni chama kay nen la wor no tiga loyi tiga da ko tek ko cha wen yin itemu ento no ni tek rew ka mo kay wa jo ko nya umak nyiri tiga yelwa so ker mo hal baro kan wen government bought ICC ni ukonya wati magrach nyere tika yelo wape wache also ran to the International Criminal Court is also politically motivated to the sense ni umero you have to make your country known with its own with all the problems in it karabena inong coin magimini yoma part to boost and tichi ka chelki government ni kar obed ma law. That's what it has been dragging from 2004 government of Uganda renke ICC up to 2005. Now 2005 and ICC Uganda okay we have gone through your issues that you have raised against
ye ne kakumberi kom kon po nongeko nyo kom kon no ti spirit mo madong would disappearing peke we know lupirida any is there possibility nige we dropping case any and yet dana maguno align what tin would dire petit ngar mo tunku malme Uganda may ramatitani somehow somewhere you're not affected by lwen met tunku malo either what mo to ye nyungar ni mo don ye one way we've been affected by this war so la penya etiene ka kon dire mala pekino kono
currently ICC is basing on assumption ni kon fotie kwa
assumption
and so long as you are still alive, and according to the International Criminal Court statute, it has been even challenged. Then the ruling was made. No, we can proceed so long as the person is still alive, and it cannot stop other processes. Prosecution is done, and that is why ICC ugamuka take lawyers. Gena appointing lawyers any ICC. You have to represent the defendants. The defendant in this is Joseph Kony at momero ugam lok magi kere ko pien government me Uganda mu doro kony go kere lok ma polikum kony now it is time now pa lawyer pa Dr. Joseph pa lawyer pa Kony me chero ka confirming kan you dialogue magi kere kom kony
eno wa kate watching this is long overdue pien ko ador dota wa chon adok ben ke kero kiloni bounty
and chen
muduk ne ka in chima kama konti was a year ago they're coming now which is a bit late but anyway better late than never
ni
gumir go chaki odek kama
and gonna pair attack bana then la penyo ne me penyo ni ka dire ma Joseph Kony pegino ngom ya getem The principle of natural justice today can add more water, can ringito, and you had the cases not answering. The case become null and void.
That woman ki dropping pasagiri
and so it will be confirmed officially near coin is no more, then the case can be dropped.
But la penya yene, the people that have been affected by Timaranye Pakony.
Thank you.
Very why ICC committee is failing to cater because several times I don't call Padano, Nagitica Bione, 1 foot la chati komwa, 1 footy, coin mama dimati or bot papere.
In it is not the responsibility of the ICC. Now, government of the Republic of Uganda, and I know it is supposed to be advised by ICC on what they're supposed to do in as far as reparation is concerned. Unfortunately, a country like Uganda will pay key reparation policy or law they would use to implement more ICC tika wajane. Bien chene mo magikero odok ni eni gikero me konyo emergency nyo compensating jomo kar ialan. But when money, civil war money, will be in money, and you pay, and that policy to guide Minister of Finance, to guide Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. The reparation bill, Honorable David Onan, me Pedelaro division, they have to fast track. And I would request, no but now, my NTA Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, no mero coin, the Honorable Onan, that reparation, father, check me, Katolo last long. David Onan, father, and he's a serving father.
Charles is actually Charles.
Yeah, Charles Onan, no mero coin, father Charles Onan, honorable father Charles Onan, that bill is fast track, worked on very fast. Kara reparation ma dano magikari align pal coin which are no baro keyboard gamente. And the fact should still also remain. Ni coin polwen and kene. Coin olwen ki gamente.
What dire Jomo Kane ma guberi in 1986 I Luwero mo kana furgiti ke koro ma pat mo kana kore kum gamente mo kana kore.
Yeah, and Jomo Kane tika no apaje.
Obore. So Jim Egini Wayne will always be there. Will justice be served? It's a question.
Then another question here is if we shall see again another coin coming up, what will happen? This is a conversation. Let
us agree. We are not prophets of doom. Another coin will not come. Anyway,
we live to see anything happening at any time.
Itika yinyuta bon meluako boma wele yot dok romelamal jamaa whitewashing bar soap sabuni ya yoza ayecha bon luako boma be loyo kicha bon maromelamal kuntiki rangi mataki cream jamaa ayemung mekelo lewi gangi mole kombo dok miu leo kitma bom yorbet kwede ke kome nonge dukan ki supermarket duju mai loboman Luchatune Ayechapa General Enterprises, Ginonge idukan number deke Rafik Building, Ichikubo Kampala.